It seems you had a lot of chances to close this one
Yeah.
out through three quarters and even into the fourth. What did you see that just you couldn't find a way to close the door?
Yeah, well, I mean, couldn't get stops in the fourth. They kept getting downhill and getting to the rim easily on us. And then a few times we had a chance that we did get stops. We couldn't secure the rebound cleanly. But it was really offensively, I thought, where we were, particularly not very, very good. Cost ourselves the game, I thought, a lot on offense with silly turnovers and indecision. I thought we had had a good rhythm there going, and then we just kind of slowed down and got sloppy.
When it goes like that, how do you try to get control of that in the moment when you see those things kind of starting to rear their heads?
Yeah, I mean, try to mix in some more play calls, try to get the ball in the hands of the guys, a little more trusting. Okay, our bench was not very helpful tonight. We needed them to come in and play a little bit better, but they gave up a lot of ground too. So just try to go back to the first unit, and it looks like we kind of ran out of gas.
Yeah, when you have Mike in there and you have veterans, do you expect them to be able to right the ship in those moments and just be able to
Yeah,
stem it?
absolutely, for sure. We got some good looks down the stretch that we needed to go in, but by that time, the I don't know whether it was fatigue or whatever, game tightening up. They didn't, and then just the inability to get a stop. 38 points in the fourth.
What was the biggest difference you saw defensively, and what was pretty harassing for a lot of the game, and then not that?
Yeah, just the level of competitiveness on the ball, beat people to the spot. They're trying to turn corners, just sloppy picking up in transition at times, just little things like that. We get a 6-point lead, and then we don't get matched up. They just throw it the length of the floor, lay it in. You didn't have to work for that one. That's a big bucket right there with like 3 minutes or something like that to play. So all that matters. So.
You talked about like the misses at the rim. I mean, are those kind of double whammies because they do so often lead to easy buckets the other way?
Yeah, I mean, in today's game, if you miss layups, it's pretty much like a turnover the way it functions.
Because it seemed like for the first three quarters, it was maybe as many deflections as you guys have had in a game, just really active in the passing lanes. What do you think contributed to that, and then maybe that going away?
We did a really good job of reading their drives, staying home, allowing Rui to kind of patrol that paint. We were real good there, but then they stopped passing in the fourth quarter, and it just kept going downhill.
And then did you feel that the pace of your offense changed when they went into a zone?
Yeah, I mean, for sure. I mean, the pace changed. For a little while, it took us probably half a dozen possessions to kind of get comfortable with what we're doing out there zone-wise. Then I thought we did a good job of, finding the right open man. Kyle misses a couple in the paint. We missed a couple of threes. Things like that. We got good shots, but.
Second game in a row where an alpha scorer just pretty much kept the ball and, went at it. Kyrie the other night and Bradley Beal. Is there any way, when a guy is going like that, obviously 2 on the ball or whatever, but are there ways to, go out of your way to stop that?
Yeah, I mean, we can, I guess you can double, but a lot of these things were, turning corners. We felt pretty comfortable with what we were doing. I thought we were going to be able to get enough stops. So, yeah, maybe we could have sent more bodies at them. But
you said a couple of times it's fatigue. Do you think that it kind of felt like maybe fatigue in the fourth quarter, the end of the second quarter and the third quarter? You guys do you think mentally you let go of the rope?
I don't think we let go of the rope. I think we lost focus. I mean, there's different letting go of the rope and, basically indicates that you were quitting. And I think that was the case. Losing focus, we didn't close the quarter very well at all. I didn't like it, the way we closed most quarters. We've got to do a better job with that.
When you bring somebody in like Mike with end-of-game situations, is that something that's a feeling-out process that has to kind of be relearned when you bring in somebody that's going to be on the floor in those situations?
I mean, I guess so, but I didn't think that Mike's, performance was out of, out of alignment end of game tonight.
I'm just talking about the team as a whole.
Oh,
when you
yeah,
add
no,
somebody
I
into the
don't.
mix.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, with zone, I mean, against man to man, we kind of know what we want to like to do in the end of game stuff. But man zone, we wanted to get the ball to Kyle at the middle of the floor, and we did a good job with that. So
When it comes to Mike's game, he had 6 shot attempts. Is there a number comes to
no,
what you want, or just flow of the game?
yeah, flow of the game. I think he's pretty good at reading that. I think we got a lot of, like I said, a lot of good looks for the most part by other people. So it's not necessarily a thing. We'd like for him to be comfortable and be aggressive, but I'm not reading too much into his 0 for 6. So.
Ant's shot assist mix the last couple of games have been really tilted toward field goal attempts, much fewer assists. Do you think having Conley here has kind of mentally freed him to think he can go ISO more and to try to do that and let the ball distribution happen elsewhere?
I don't know. That's a question you'll have to ask him. I don't necessarily sense that. I thought there was a lot of assist opportunities to kick out tonight for him and for everyone else who was driving. We usually have, and we have been very good finding it. And just tonight we didn't. So.
What do you think is the biggest area of progression for this team when you get back out of the break?
The biggest area is just what it's been all year, like maturity, focus. Seizing these opportunities that are in front of us, capitalizing on these opportunities that we create, and finding a little bit more defensive backbone, if you will, in fourth quarters, because we're just in fourth quarters we're struggling to guard right now. So, thank you. Yep.